Hello, I've got a bit of a different angle today because I'm showing you my 2022 reading journal. Also, I know I haven't uploaded in a week. Vlogmas kind of went out of the window, but it's fine. I'm going through it, so we're just moving on. So I have not journaled in over a year since my son was born, and I used to love doing journals and journaling. So I'm super excited to be making a reading journal for 2022, and yeah, let's just get into it. I will go over the journal that I'm using first too. This is the first time I'm using this particular journal, which is a Scribbles That Matter. I used to use Leuchtturm journals, but like I said, this is my first time switching over to a Scribbles That Matter. It does come in this little cute box. I guess you could store it like this on your shelf. I don't know, but this is cute. And yeah, this is the Pro version, so there's no drawings on the front. It just has the little logo on the spine, and it does have 160 GSM paper, which a Leuchtturm is 80, so it's actually double that. And yeah, I will compare the two because I know Leuchtturm is like a really popular one, and like I said, this is my first time switching over, so if you're considering it, this could be something to compare with. Okay, the camera just fell, so this is going great. It does also come with, or mine did, it came with a little Scribbles That Matter pen, and the other pens that I use, because I used that pen to set up pretty much the whole journal, is these Ohuhu, I don't really know how to say it, these like dual brush pens, which are like a cheaper, I guess, alternative to the Tombow ones. One end is a brush and the other end is a pen. So yeah, they're working okay. And this pack that I got, which I will link, has 60, comes in a cute little container. So yeah, if you're wondering what I used. So yeah, this is the dotted 160 GSM paper, so it's really, really thick. It does have a pocket at the back. And the thing that I really, really love about this is it comes with this bookmark that has like a grid spacing thing. I know that people make these, or like they create a page in the front of their journal to remind them the spacing, but this is so useful because if I'm setting up a page and I need it to be divided in two, I have a little marker or 6, and I also have the horizontal version, so it's really easy to set with this. So I love that it came with this. And if your journal did not come with one, I suggest you make one because that is so helpful. But in terms of spacing, there is also like a dot in the center that's a little bit darker, and like a dot here, 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 here to show you where like the halfway parts are. So yeah, I really like that they included that. It's nice added extra. It does, as you can see, have 2 ribbon bookmarks, the same as the Leuchtturm does. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about the actual journal for now. I will show you a comparison of the paper quality because I did find that this, while things didn't bleed through in terms of just the pens and stuff, it did not hold up to water the same way that my Leuchtturm did. So yeah, anyway, let's get into it because I've already been talking for so long and I'm sure you don't care. So the front has this like key space where you can write like what each symbol means if you have different symbols that you need to remember. Haven't filled it out because I don't really need to. Space for your name, also haven't filled it out. Then there's just like this blank part. I don't know if I'll do some sort of artwork here, but yeah, there's the blank page if I need it. And then it does come with index pages already done for you, so I probably will fill this out. And then yeah, so let's get into my actual pages. Here's my 2022 title page, which I wasn't super happy with once I had finished it, but it's growing on me, which if you can't tell by this, I do have like a very colorful theme going on for the start of my journal, and also a lot of drawing. So if you're someone who likes a minimalistic monochromatic journal, then you're probably going to hate mine. So yeah, if you're someone who likes to keep it minimal, just be aware that I do have a lot of art and drawings in my journal. So, but I just find it fun and it's therapeutic to be drawing them, and I love filling out my journal when it has cute pictures in it. So that's why I do it. It's just fun for me. Okay, the next page here is just the generic, pretty much everyone has been doing these. It's a bookshelf, and as I finish reading books, I will fill them in. And I think up here I'm gonna put a key, and it will be for ratings. I haven't decided. Some people do a key and they track whether a book was an audiobook, an ebook, or a physical book, and then they color in the book that color, whichever it corresponds to. But I think I'm going to do by ratings, so I can see with my filled in bookshelf how many 5 stars, 4 stars, etc. I do wish that I colored in this black. I think I might go over it in black because I don't know if I like the brown shelves, but it's fine. Thankfully the paper is thick, so if I go over it in black, it's probably going to be fine. The next page, as you can see what I was talking about with the drawings, this is also not finished because I haven't done this side, but this is going to be my goals page. So my first goal that I've written in is my Goodreads goal, which is read 22 books in 2022. I did read over 100 books this year, and I used to make my reading goal 100 books, but in 2020 I read like 20 books, if that. So if that happens again, I just want to play it safe and just go with 22 books in 2022. And then I have these little troll drawings, and every time I read a book I will fill in the hair. And my theme that I'm going with is kind of like a 90s and nostalgic theme, so that's where the trolls are. Also, my son loves the new Trolls movie, so I kind of have trolls on the brain. But yeah, there's my goals page, and then this side is going to have the rest of my goals, but I just haven't figured out whether I just want to write the goals and list them, or if I wanted to draw shapes. You can probably see in pencil here I have shapes, whether I want to put one goal in each shape. Yeah, I just haven't finished figuring out what my actual goals are and how I want to display them, so I've just left it. Okay, next page. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. This is my book releases page, and I've done it in kind of like a future log style, and I've got this Dutch door here so that I didn't have to write the title twice. And I have like this cute 90s style happening. I did get inspiration from Amanda Rach Lee, who is like one of the most popular journal YouTube accounts. She did a style like this, so I'll leave that linked below, but that's where I kind of got some of my ideas from her. And obviously I have every month of the year set out, and I do have some book releases that I am anticipating myself. I did make a video on it if you want to watch my top 10 anticipated releases, but so many more people have been putting out their videos, and I've been finding out a lot of books that I didn't know about. So obviously I haven't set up my whole year of my journal, so I need a place to put things that are releasing in the future. So yeah, that's my book releases. As you can see down here, we do have a little bit of smudging because I used water on the next page, which this is my monthly stats. And I posted like a little story on Instagram about this page, and I did not realize that I spelt monthly wrong until my friend Sasha from Sasha Reads pointed it out. So whoops, that's my bad for doing a million things at once and trying to look after a child and do a journal, but it's fine. I don't really care. It adds to the character of my journal. But yeah, like I said, these pages actually don't hold up to water as good as the Lois Germ ones do. So I do have like a little bit of bleeding here when I put water on the page. So the pages are thick. They're 160 GSM like I've said, but they don't have the same coating as the Lois Gems do, so I don't really mind. I don't care. It's fine. But yeah, like I said, this is my monthly stats page, and because I've got this 90s nostalgic theme, I've got Game Boys set out for each month of the year, and I've labeled them as you can see. And I filled out the first one. I'm not going to fill out all of them because I don't know if I want to track the same stats every single month, but so far I've got number of books, which I'll write how many books I read that month, pages, so that'll be the total pages, the average rating, and then under that I'm thinking maybe I want to track some genres, but I haven't fully filled it out because I don't know if that's exactly what I want to do. And then obviously I have the rest of the months here, and then this page has some space which I'll probably put some yearly stats when the year is over. But yeah, it'll be good to see all my statistics in one place for each month. Then this next page, this is going to be a little graph, a column graph, or I think in other countries it's called a bar graph. So in each month I'm going to fill out how many books I read that month. So for example, in January, if I read 10 books, then I'll obviously draw the column that goes up to 10. I haven't numbered the side yet. But yeah, that's the number of books read each month. And then this one I'm really excited about actually. Hopefully I can remember to fill it in each day. But this is my year in pixels, and I've seen people do this before, but with like their mood. And this is obviously enough squares for the entire year. And then I have a key here, so this tells me the number of pages. So each day I will hopefully remember to fill in the little box once I fill in this key. So for example, on January 1st, if I read 0 pages, if this is the blue, I'm going to color it in blue, if that makes sense, to correspond. And then when the year is over, I'll have this fully filled in with all the colors, and I can see, you know, any trends about how many pages I read per day and stuff like that, what my most commonly read amount is. Yeah, I'm just really excited to see what it looks like all done. And then I have a little Rubik's Cube, or it's meant to be a Rubik's Cube drawing because, you know, the 90s theme. So that's that page. This one is my book battle bracket, which I've seen people do these as like a little story template on Instagram, but Plant-Based Bride on YouTube, I'll leave it linked, she put one of these in her reading journal, and I thought that was a really, sorry, camera fell again, hee. I thought it was really cool. So basically these are the months of the year. So in January, I'll write my favorite book. In February, and then those two out of the two books, whichever I like the best will go here, and so on until you get your, I guess, favorite book of the year. I guess this is just another way to see what my favorite book of the year is going to be. Not 100% accurate, because in January I might read all like 2 and 3 star books, so I have to pick from that, and then in another month I might have like all 5-star books, so my end of the year favorite books aren't necessarily going to be this 12, but it's just a fun little, I don't know, it's just fun. Plus this page is really colorful and cute. Next page, this one I have some VHS tapes. Another inspiration for this theme is in one of my old journals from like 2019, I had this theme and I had this on a page and it was like my favorite page. So I had to find a way to include it in this journal. So I have 10 books to read in 2022. This is going to be 10 books from my physical TBR that I have currently that I want to make the goal to read, to make sure I don't forget about my physical TBR and just read new books that I'm buying. So I haven't filled it out yet, but I'm going to write in each of these VHS tapes, besides this one because it's just like an extra one for display, a book. And then, okay, my camera's fallen like 10 times now. This is a disaster, but yes, to remind me those 10 books that I want to read before the end of the year. I was thinking about making a video listing it, but we'll see. And then on this page, it's just my 5-star reads. So I'm literally just going to list all the books that I give 5 stars. Will be nice to look back on. And also, I guess when I'm deciding my top reads of the year, all my 5-star reads are written in one place. So yeah, that's that page. This one's a bit of a boring one, literally just Wishlist, books that I hear about that I would like to read or buy. I'll put on this page. I do add them to my Amazon wish list, but to be honest, I don't really want to use Amazon that much, and sometimes there are books that I want to get that I don't want to buy through Amazon, so I want somewhere to record them, and I can even write like what bookshop I want to buy it from, stuff like that. I don't know, and it was a bit plain, so I just drew a little Tamagotchi in the corner. Okay, this page, super fun and colourful, but this is going to be book clubs and buddy reads. So I have this page, obviously, and the next page to fill in enough months for the entire year, and I've done them in these little floppy disks because, do you guys remember floppy disks? I have not seen one of those in, I don't know, 20 years. When did they go out? But yeah, back in the day before USBs. Anyway, so I have one of those for each month of the year, and then obviously, again, because I haven't set up my bullet journal for the whole year, if I find out about some book clubs that I want to remember to participate in, I can write the book down in May, for example, so I don't forget about it when May comes around. Or if I have some buddy reads set up, I do think that's going to be one of my goals for this year, is probably at least one book club or buddy read per month. So if I'm planning in advance, I've got somewhere to actually write them down. And you know, it's just like I said, I like to make things colorful. I like to have drawings, so it's more fun to fill it out in a floppy disk than it is to fill it out in just a plain square. So that's that page. And then there's the rest of the year. And then this page, I really like how this header turned out, but this is for the Buzzword Readathon, which is run by Books and Lala. I'm sure you know about it. There's a word each month and you try and find a book to read with that word in the title. Just like a little yearly challenge that's fun. So this is where I'm going to be writing down the challenges so I don't forget, because I literally always forget what they are, and then I always have to go on Instagram and find that little template thing. So yeah, here's a way that I can write them all down and not forget about them, and then I can write books that I'm planning to read for each of the little prompts. And then on the back of that, I just have another page with just a plain heading. This is for other readathons, so if someone announces a readathon for February and I don't want to forget about it, I can write the dates here, so that way I can keep track when I'm setting up TBRs and things. I think I'm just going to leave it plain. I was going to put like a calendar here, but I changed my mind and just left it for one page plain. I can just jot them down. And then on this side is going to be my social media tracker. I have a Polaroid for each month of the year, and then I'm going to be, yeah, tracking my stats. I've never really done this before, but I thought it might be a fun thing to do, and I haven't filled out the rest of the Polaroids because I don't know what social media I'm going to track for the entire year. Who knows, there might be some new social media that comes out that I want to start tracking midway, or I might decide no, I'm not going to post on TikTok anymore, and then I don't need to track it for the rest of the year. So that's why I've only filled out January, and then I'll write, I haven't decided whether it's going to be on the 1st of the month or the 31st of the month, last day, whatever, my numbers, but yeah, I've got that there. I might write down the bottom, I've penciled in whether I want to write the start of the year, end of the year sort of thing. But yeah, just something I thought might be fun to track and see at the end of the year, my growth. Another bit of a plain page, but I've just got somewhere just to jot down video ideas. This is probably going to be quite messy, so I just left it completely blank where I can just jot down ideas. And I just have one little drawing of like an old style camera. And then I do have like a couple of plain pages just if there's any other spreads that I want to create at the beginning of my journal, because I'm watching people's videos that they're uploading and I'm seeing things that I kind of wish I included, so I might put those here. So I'm glad I left those pages. And then we move on to January, which I love this title page. This is what I was talking about. You probably, I don't know if you can see from my camera, I did use water and my markers that I was telling you about for this page and for that Game Boy page. And just to compare, this also shows you the color difference. These Scribbles That Matter paper is like white and the Leuchtturm one is quite creamy colored, but this is July 2019, the title page that I did with water on my Leuchtturm, and it does not bleed through, it doesn't do anything. The coating, I guess, on it, I don't really know much about paper, but I'm guessing it's the coating that holds it in, whereas this one, there is some bleeding onto the back. But it's fine for me, I don't really mind. So just something to be aware of if you want to use water in a Scribbles That Matter journal, it's not going to do the same as the Leuchtturm. But the paper is thicker, so there's that. Anyway, Furby, because, you know, the nostalgia theme continued into January. But yeah, I love this title page and I like doing title pages in my journal. I don't know if I'm going to continue doing title pages throughout the rest of this reading journal, but for January I did and it turned out cute. My monthly spreads are quite plain. They're just a nice heading and it's just for functional purposes. So here is for my TBR. I'll write down the books that I'm planning to read that month. If I'm doing a readathon, which I think Winterween is happening in January, so I can write down, there's enough space for me to write the prompts and the book that it works with, as well as just listing books that I would like to read. So just plain, so I've got the space. And this one is for books that I buy, so I can write down for my book haul all the books that I purchased this month. Again, it's just functional and a cute heading. The next page is going to be two kind of like graph table things. So this one is books read. So down the side here I have title, author, pages, genre, rating, and then some space in case I want to track anything else. And then I'll simply obviously fill it out with the books I read. And then this one is my page tracker, which I'm going to give this a go. Obviously I have that tracker at the front, but this is just for the month. And this is going to be another column slash bar, whatever you call it, graph. And I'll fill in the numbers at the side, and then on the 1st of the month, however many pages I read that day, I will create the column that goes up. Don't know if I'm going to continue this throughout the rest of my journal, but we'll try it out for January and see how we go. That's the thing I love about having a custom journal that you fill out yourself rather than just a bought one. If in February I decide I don't want to do this anymore, I just don't draw it into my book and then I don't waste the page. If it was already filled out for the whole year, I would be wasting this page every month if I decide I don't want to continue it. Same with the book haul. If I go on a book buying ban in May and I decide I don't need this page, I just don't draw it in and I save a page in my book. So I love just creating my own because it's custom for my needs. The next page is going to be quotes, but it's literally just blank because I don't know how I'm going to set it up yet. I was going to put like a pretty heading, but then I don't know whether I just want to write the quotes out that I like or if I want to put them in like a shape or yeah, I don't know. But then yeah, that's it for January. So yeah, that's pretty much just all of the pages that I have filled out. So yes, that is my reading journal for 2022. Let me know if you would like to continue to see journaling videos or not. I did used to make them on the channel. I will link the playlist of some that I have made before, but yeah, I haven't done it in a while because I had a child and I never have time to do it. But you know, we're finding time because it is fun and it's therapeutic, and I'm really excited with how it has turned out so far. Can't wait to see how many more spelling mistakes and errors and things I make in the journal, but That's fine. It's really fine. So yeah, my child is awake now and I have had to stop filming like 10 times. So I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have a reading journal and what sort of spreads you'd like to include, if you think there's some that I should put in mine. And yes, I'll see you in my next video.